Coming up next on this edition of In the City, have you ever built a boat with just math equations? Well, one class at Mitchell-Nielsen Elementary School is doing just that, and we're not talking about just a toy boat. Plus, several residents started off the new year with a rush of cold water. And have you been wondering what's going on with construction around the city? I'll give you an update. But first, the first major winter storm of 2016 hit the eastern part of the country. Murfreesboro Street Superintendent reflects on how his department dealt with it all. We'll tell you all about these stories and more coming up right now on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Cecilia Herrell. Well, on January 22nd, Middle Tennessee was hit with a major winter storm that dumped 4 to 6 inches of snow. We talked with the City of Murfreesboro Street Superintendent to reflect on the task of clearing streets and how he thinks his employees performed.
The first major winter storm of 2016 hit the eastern part of the country. Murfreesboro Street Superintendent reflects on how his department dealt with it.
Once Friday's snowstorm came, it came quick. We noticed that, that rain changing over the snow just happened in just a few minutes. The city currently is only able to put salt down. We are working on another program, a brine program here. In the process of purchasing some of that equipment and the tools to be able to put brine down before a snow. But brine's only good if it doesn't wash away before it changes over. This came in as rain, so there wasn't really anything we could do until it changed over to snow. But once it changed over to snow, we immediately already had our trucks lined up. 2 men per truck. 6 trucks is what we run. They all have 6 routes, and they immediately went to work, started placing salt down and salting their entire route. Well, they would work 12 hours, so they worked from 7 in the morning until 7 that evening. And then the other 12 came in and worked another 12-hour cycle, doing the same thing. And we did that for about 48 hours. What most people don't know, that the guys and gals that work here, they are willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done, and that's why I'm just so proud of every one of them. We have a unique mixture of people here, which was kind of neat to see some of the older hands that have been here for several years, be able to kind of take the younger ones that we've just hired, because we've hired probably 10 new people in the last couple of years, and they've not been around snow or driving this kind of weather, but it was neat to see, and we kind of paired those up that way too, knowing that kind of the older teaching the younger. We've got also a mixture of vehicles. We've got a couple of new vehicles, and we've got several old vehicles. Well, some of the older vehicles, when you run them 48 hours straight, it's stressful on a vehicle. And we've had a few breakdowns, but with the help of fleet service and the talent that our employees have here, we was able to keep them going and keeping them on the road. The best thing people can do is if they see a salt truck coming down the road, is to try to get as far out of the way as they can and let the salt truck through. We were able to get out ahead of the storm and do as much as we could in preparing for the coming of it, but residents did great, and if they could stay home, we do appreciate it. If they see a truck coming, if they could move over, that would be perfect.
A class of 5th graders at Mitchell-Nielsen Elementary School is getting a hands-on experience at building a boat. And let's just say they are really excited to go to math class. One class at Mitchell-Nielsen Elementary School is learning math in a very unique way.
We're building a boat this year. I have 5th graders, and we have taken our math standards and we have matched as many of them to this project of building a boat as possible.
Mr. Matt Clarity's class is building a boat through math standards and equations. Mr. Clarity says he loves teaching and learning about new things, especially boats, and that inspired this project. About once a week, the class completes a math task that involves building the boat.
Some of these tasks include multiplication, division, decimals, and even fractions. This project not only helps the children learn math in an exciting new way, but they get the chance to be very hands-on in the process. The children assist in everything, including measuring, gluing, getting the chance to cut wood with a saw, and even putting together the boat. This project started in October, and by the end of the year, the boat will be completed, and it'll be ready to float the river. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
Murfreesboro's annual Polar Bear Plunge came and went for another year. This is always a festive event and something people look forward to every year.
The Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation Department hosted its 14th annual Polar Bear Plunge, Saturday, January 9th, 2016 at SportsCom. We got to talk to some of the jumpers before the big plunge.
We're bonding experience. This is a bonding experience between the Little Mermaid, Lilo, and Stitch, and the Spaniard.
This is our 7th as a Boy Scout troop, yeah. It's just a good way to start the year off. It gives them something to do. We have a polar bear patch that we give out in the troop. They have to camp out at least one night below freezing and come jump in the pool for the Polar Bear Plunge. So. Well, I'll be 71 next week, so yeah, it handles it all right.
I've been here 2 or 3 times, and it's a fundraiser, bringing in canned food, so your whole body goes numb, and you lose all breath in your body.
This is my 8th year. I'm a little superstitious, so I think it's for good luck, I hope, and so we'll see. This is when my year starts, right now.
Primary reason is tradition, and it's fun. It's always fun to come and freeze.
I'm feeling kind of nervous. I'm feeling nervous too. Polar Bear Plunge! Polar Bear Plunge!
Oh my gosh!
It's not that bad.
Oh.
Not that bad. It's cold. You
good? Okay.
Well, I thought I was in an iceberg. I don't know. I couldn't really, my mind was a little froze, so I couldn't really move.
I couldn't move. It was horrible. 2 thumbs down. All right. But you had fun.
Yes.
I had fun.
There seems to be a lot of changes happening around the city of Murfreesboro, and we have your latest update on road construction involving Lytle Street and Middle Tennessee Boulevard.
If you have driven through the city of Murfreesboro lately, you are sure to see some new changes happening to our local roadways. Some new changes that will help our growing community are the Lytle Street Design Project and the long-awaited Middle Tennessee Boulevard Project. The City of Murfreesboro and Weiser Consultants LLC of Murfreesboro have come together to help improve traffic around the city with the Lytle Street project.
Lytle Street project is well underway. Matter of fact, it's starting to take shape now. I don't know if you've been by there near the Dodges Market. It's really it's going to be a new entrance into downtown. And you can kind of see how the roundabout's starting to take shape. They've kind of got that graded out, doing a lot of the drainage work. We started that back in the fall and hope to have it completed. Should have it completed within a year, so fall of 2016. A little over $2 million for the entire project, but we're really excited about it because it's going to, going with the underground utilities, and it's really going to open up that corridor into downtown.
The Lytle Street project, when completed, will have a roundabout joining West Main Street, Church Street, and West Vine Street to Lytle Street. This will provide direct access to downtown Murfreesboro from Broad Street.
We're working on phase one of it now, of the Lytle Street project now. It'll only go through really just kind of make that connection and make the roundabout. The next phase will be completed in conjunction with the new judicial building that the county's doing, and it'll go all the way to Church Street. And eventually, the Lytle Street we'll do improvements all the way to Middle Tennessee Boulevard. So we'll have that connection all the way from Broad through downtown to near the campus there at Middle Tennessee Boulevard.
Okay. This portion of Lytle Street project will be over $2 million once it is completed. The Middle Tennessee Boulevard project will also positively impact our community roadways once it is completed. The City of Murfreesboro, TDOT, and MTSU have come together to make this plan happen.
The Middle Tennessee Boulevard project, specifically from Maine to Greenland, has been a long time coming. I've been with the city for 13 and a half years, and I remember having a public meeting on it probably whenever my first year while I was with the city. We had a kind of initial concept and really just going to do kind of a basic roadway. But we stopped, met with MTSU, and really wanted, after coming away from those discussions, really wanted to develop it further and make it not only for vehicular use, but also make it more pedestrian friendly.
The project will reconstruct the existing 4- and 5-lane roadway to a consistent 4-lane divided street with a median. It will include bike lanes, improved sidewalks, new lighting, new traffic signals, decorative crosswalks, landscaping, and even underground utilities. MTSU officials said they expect the $11 million project to last roughly 2.5 years. During this time, at least one lane of traffic will always be open in both directions. If you want more information on this or to view our live traffic cameras, you can visit our website at www.murfreesborotn.gov. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
Now, once these projects are finished, these roads will help traffic flow and commute times all around the city. Longtime city employee Dana Richardson recently retired as the city's transportation director. The city manager and mayor hosted a reception for him in the City Hall's rotunda to reflect on his career.
Whereas Dana Richardson joined the city in February of 1985 and served faithfully for 31 years, beginning as the city's traffic coordinator, later promoted to traffic director, and then transportation director, where he has overseen all transportation planning, public projects, and traffic operations in the city since July 1st, 2002. And whereas during his tenure, population grew from approximately 37,000 residents in 1985 to approximately 123,000 in 2015. That's 6 times growth in population. The unprecedented city growth required substantial resources by directed the transportation planning and constructed traditional roadway projects, including but not limited to new roads, roadway widenings, intersection improvements, and construction of new interchanges that exceed $750 million. And whereas, in addition to new infrastructure, he developed the city's first CCTV system dedicated to traffic operations and provided other technical innovations such as centralized traffic operations center and interconnected traffic signal systems. And whereas he was also instrumental in the planning, development, construction, and operations of intermodal transportation programs, including the city's greenway system, roadway bike system, and public transportation system. And whereas one of his primary functions as transportation director for the city of Murfreesboro was to provide coordination between the city and the Tennessee Department of Transportation, Federal Highway Administration, Federal Transit Administration, and various regional planning agencies, ensuring coordinated planning and compliancy with financial and regulatory requirements. And now, therefore, I, Shane McFarland, along with the City Council of the City of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, on behalf of the entire City Council in recognition of his distinguished service to the community and City of Murfreesboro, I do hereby declare January 14th, 2016 as a day to honor Dana Richardson and urge all the community to join as we extend our congratulations and wish him well in his future endeavors.
we are going to miss you. You did a phenomenal job for our residents, for our city. You were a blast to have in the building, and thank you for your professionalism and your hard work, and wish you many cigars and time on the golf course.
I will say this, I thank my family for being here, and if there's anything that I've accomplished here, it pales in comparison to the accomplishments that I feel from my family. Great girls, love y'all. You see, I got a house full of girls. One of these days, somebody needs to give me a grandson. So I hope that happens. The closest thing I have is Laura Lee's dog. And he's only half male, if you know what I mean. But I have made a lot of friendships over the years inside City Hall, and many of those have extended well outside the City Hall. I've had the honor of working with many, many councilmen, and I've also had the honor of working with 4 mayors and 3 city managers.
If you don't know what a Little Free Library is yet, then you are missing out. These libraries are only a little larger than a mailbox, but they hold a huge potential to our community.
Have you ever heard of a Little Free Library? Well, you're about to see a lot of them. Little Free Libraries will soon be popping up all over the city of Murfreesboro at local city schools. I went to the Discovery School to find out more.
The way our Little Free Library got started was I visited some Little Free Libraries that were already established in Murfreesboro City with my girls. There's one at the church on Main Street downtown. There's one, I believe, on Church Street, but we pulled up the map and visited the libraries that are here. And I sent an email to my principal, and she sent that to Dr. Gilbert, the superintendent, and Dr. Gilbert was so excited about it, she wanted to meet immediately.
Currently, Black Fox Elementary, Northfield Elementary, and the Discovery School have their Little Free Libraries open to the public. But the rest of the locations at Murfreesboro City Schools will not be open until the end of January.
The Little Free Library is a part of an initiative that Murfreesboro City Schools has taken on this year, and there will be one Little Free Library at every single school site in Murfreesboro City.
Each school has its very own design on their own Little Free Library. The school has a contest, and the winner gets to paint their design on the Little Free Library themselves. Each Little Free Library has its very own personality and design.
Our Little Free Library was designed by one of our 5th grade students here in the school who created the design, and Read to Succeed actually voted on the designs for each of the schools, and we announced the winner of the design competition on Reading in the Schools Day this school year. So our winner created the design, and she painted all the design that is on the library, so each school has a unique design for their library.
The Little Free Libraries are always free and always open 24/7 to the public.
My brother, my sister, and my mom come with me, and each of us pick out a book. And if we don't bring a book, well, I always have books with me. But if we don't bring a book, we just come back and give a book again.
The books are for all ages, and some are even in Spanish.
I like that every day that you come, there's a new book in the Little Free Library.
The Murfreesboro Rotary Club, Ingram Books, and Read to Succeed have helped make these Little Free Libraries possible for the community to enjoy. If you want to learn more about the Little Free Libraries, you can visit cityschools.net. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
Now, if you visit a Little Free Library, they ask if you take a book, remember to just replace it with another book, and it's yours to keep forever. Now, anytime you hear about city schools, it usually always involves the kids, but this time the teachers are getting all the attention at one local school.
Big things are happening at one local Murfreesboro City school, but this time it's all about the teachers. During the day, this music room at Mitchell Nielsen Elementary is full of children learning about music. But when the kids leave, the teachers and staff take the room over for teacher boot camp.
45 seconds, we're going to do 3 rounds. So does everybody know what a burpee is?
The Teacher Boot Camp is a part of a bigger program Mitchell Nielsen and MTSU partnered to create, called the Care Bearing Program. This program is designed to help caregivers, like teachers and school staff, focus on themselves and their well-being.
Actually, some of our administration talked with the staff, and they expressed a desire for some stress reduction.
This class meets every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. and is, of course, free. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
Old Fort Golf Club's Jex Wilson Golf Academy is committed to junior golf development of all ages and skill levels. For the past year, he has been visiting Murfreesboro City schools to introduce the sport of golf to the kids.
Excited about 2016. Just got so many things going on with our Murfreesboro Junior Golf Initiative. That's kind of an in-house tagline, but just in early January, we started at John Pittard Elementary School with our in-school, it's a pilot program. We call it Chippers, 7 life skills that we feel that the game of golf engages young people with: confidence, honesty, integrity, perseverance, respect, responsibility, and sportsmanship. And the introduction to the game is a pretty soft introduction. We're using a lot of different efforts, throwing the ball around, kicking the ball, using soft hockey equipment, and just gradually letting them evolve into maybe getting them out on the Bloomfield links in the spring. I have a great friend of mine that says, the greatest thing about coaching, it doesn't matter what the sport is, when you get somebody standing in front of you you've never met before, there's a challenge, personalities, so on and so forth. But in the age levels, going from kindergarten to like 5th grade, like we're doing at Pittard, it still has some connection. There's links between the programs in the sense that with our youngsters, we were just rolling the ball out with the kindergartner, but it was target oriented. And that's one of our basic starts in any of our programs. It all starts with aim. And so we always use the call letters of the Professional Golfers Association, but in our program we call PGA, we say posture, grip, aim. The 3 basic tenets of, finding a way to step into this game. So right off the bat, the aiming, and then having the peers and splitting them into groups, that's been just a winner. We start the program out and we're playing hockey with, we're running around and we're doing things that though the kids think, well, gosh, is this golf? It really has some ties. To get the word out about the game of golf, I explained to my young people a lot of times last year's Super Bowl. They finish up the game in New England and Seattle, and they're having a fist fight in the end zone. And I have a picture on my desk. I have Tiger and Phil Mickelson just walked off the last green of the U.S. Open, shaking hands, got their hats off. It just to bring those kind of things to people's attention that don't even play golf, but just let them understand, like the 7 life skills we're talking about, the game has so much ability to bring that directly or indirectly to the young people of this community. Again, I've been in September of this year, I'll be a 40-year golf professional, a member of the PGA, and it just is beyond. I'm still having to struggle to wrap my arms around what we do have. But as I introduced to the Pittard Elementary School, the program goes right up through May, and what we're trying to do is show you that you can literally come out to Bloomfield Links, and for $5, you don't have to have clubs. We'll provide those. You don't have to have golf balls, we'll provide those. And then you walk over to the Bloomfield Links, our 6-hole developmental course, and you can play 6 holes, you could play 60 holes, you could play all day, and for $5. And there's nowhere that I know of that has anything like that. And just the people of Murfreesboro got to really, and we're going to continue to do our due diligence to get get that word out.
So sometimes learning doesn't sound like much fun, but the staff at the Wilderness Station at Barfield Crescent Park are looking to change that with their new science program.
That is the sound of a child having fun. Actually, it's the sound of a child having fun while learning. Learning is often not seen as fun necessarily, but to hear laughter while children are learning is not uncommon here. Located in Barfield Crescent Park, the Wilderness Station is a great place to learn, to have fun, and to appreciate the outdoors. This unique facility is home to many events, but this one is one of the most popular. It's a 10-week program where children who are homeschooled come together to learn about science once a week. A company in Nashville called the Science Guy hosts the weekly classes. This week, the theme is Space Club, and let's just say the children are enjoying learning about all the different elements of space.
Name some things that we have on our planet that we need.
Air.
The teacher even conducts hands-on experiments for the children to visually learn how space works. This 10-week program is currently full, but there is another chance to get involved. I spoke with the recreation coordinator, Rachel Singer, at the Wilderness Station to find out more.
Well, this one is, like I said, a 10-week program, and we will begin another 10-week program that they can sign up for, and that will start March 24th. It'll probably still stay on Thursdays from 12:30 to 1:30, and so it'll be 10 weeks out from that, and they can begin registering March 1st.
If you are interested in this event or any other events at the Wilderness Station, you can call 615-217-3017 or visit our website at www.murfreesborotn.gov/parks. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell.
The City of Murfreesboro has some exciting events coming up this month. If you want to celebrate Valentine's Day in a unique way, you can head over to Cannonsburg Village on February 11th at 4 p.m. to celebrate the Day of Love in the 1800s Lehman House. There will be refreshments and a themed craft. This event is for ages 7 and up and is only $2.50. February is Black History Month, and what better way to celebrate than at Patterson Park? The community is invited to attend the Black History program from 4 to 6 p.m. on February 13th, and the event is free. If you love the outdoors, we have a few events just for you. The Wilderness Station is hosting a free Winter Tree ID event for adults. This event will be held on February 20th at 2 p.m. And if you're looking for a way to exercise while enjoying the great outdoors, you can head over to the Wilderness Station for their post-holiday hikes on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. And don't forget, City Hall will be closed on February 15th in honor of President's Day. And as always, for more information about the City of Murfreesboro, you can visit our website at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to see one of these stories that you've seen today, or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. Before we leave you, here are some pictures of people enjoying the unusual amount of snowfall we received in January. I'm Cecilia Herrell, and until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.